If I'm standing right here, am I in the shot? Let's see what we got. All right, so it is time to make a few bundles. Once again, bundles continue flying off the roadside stand. It is cold today. It's the 18th, day after St. Patrick's Day. Thanks again, everyone who showed up last night on the St. Patty's Day Friday night live stream. Yeah, it's I think it's like 18 degrees with a feels like of, I believe, 3 or 2. Single digits. But anyway, like I said, I have to make some bundles. The roadside stand needs bundles. And it's crazy how many bundles I have sold this year. Like I said, they've just been flying off the stand every week. Every week, making more and more bundles. For those of you who haven't seen how I make the bundles, I have a, what is this? An 11-gallon trash can with the bottom cut off. And then I just slip my bags over top of it, fill them up till they look pretty good, and then maybe stick another piece or two in the center. I have an upcoming project I'm going to be working on that's a few months out yet, but I want some of your feedback on it, and you can actually help be a part of this project that I'm working on. So anyway, let me make one more bundle here. And I gotta tell you, just real quick, I know a lot of people are sold on the bundlers making bundles, but besides dropping this piece, but you see how fast I can load this garbage can up? I'm not having to take one piece at a time, set it in the tray, another piece, find a piece. Okay, this fits here. All right, let's see. This piece, no, well, okay. Now I gotta get this. So, you know what I mean? Like, I just think loading this garbage can up is a lot faster. Boom. 2, 4, 6, 7 pieces. Boom, right in there. Oh, and by the way, these bundles are, this is all silver maple, one of my favorite recreational and bundle wood there is, the maple. In case you were wondering what's going in these bags. So anyway, last week I was splitting some elm. And people always have different ways of describing different types of trees and different types of firewood. You know, there's like the stringy elm or the hard splitting elm or the stinky elm, or there's like with the oak, you know, majestic oak, like the maple I might call the marvelous maple, just because I like it so much for a firewood. But what I'm doing, I'm working on a little project, like I mentioned, that's a few months out from being complete and coming completely together with all I've got going on. But what I want and what I'd like to do is include you guys in part of the creative process. So if you have any creative names that you use to describe certain types of trees, let me know down in the comments. And as the days and weeks go by, you know, stay tuned. You'll be hearing more about this little project I'm working on. But for now, I would just like to gather feedback from all of you on, like I said, whatever your favorite tree is, or if you just have names for trees other than, obviously, you know, their names, like pine, ash, maple, like something that you use to describe those types of trees. Leave those in the comments down below, and like I said, stay tuned. You'll be hearing more about this project coming up, hopefully in the next few weeks. I'm not sure, some things are just taking longer than others. So the pole barn update, I know that was a question that was asked quite a bit on the live stream. Right now, I still have to get the trees taken down, which I'm hoping is going to be fairly soon. I had planned on it a couple weeks ago, and that got delayed because of the weather. Rick ended up canceling a few jobs that he had, and then he had to reschedule them. And so they were rescheduled for the day that he was originally going to come here. So I still have to get the trees down. It would be nice to get this snow melted away. So the pole barn, there's no real updates on that, other than there may be an alternative option that I'm looking into. And that alternative option would be a carport type structure, kind of like the Versatube. They have a little nicer price point, and I can get one in like 10 days. And they say it only takes 2 days to put up. And it's potentially, I could, if needed to, move it, or I could add on to it, or I could, you know, it's not something that's gonna, it allows me more options. So yeah, I might even be going a little different direction than the pole barn. Because at the end of the day, what I really want is I just want an area that's covered from, and this is what a lot of people don't understand, in the summer and even when it's nice out, I mean, I want to be protected from pretty much everything. The rain, the snow, the sleet, and the sun. And I want an area that I can pretty much do all the stages of processing firewood. So if I wanted to, I could set some logs down. I could have logs waiting. I could buck those logs up into rounds. I could have an area that staged some rounds. I could have my splitter. And then even on the end of the splitter, a place where these splits could be temporarily in a loose pile until I got around to stacking them. So if you imagine those 4 components, logs, rounds, splitter, pile of splits, that's pretty much all I'm really looking for with this structure. I'm not, you know, it's not going to be storage for like equipment. So that's why maybe the Versatube carport system would be a pretty decent option. So those are just a few of the updates on the pole barn, and like I said, not much has been happening other than waiting for spring to finally get here, for the temperatures to warm up and the snow to melt away. Hopefully the trees will be down soon. That'll be a big project in itself. And then the project of, like I said, maybe a Versatube, maybe a pole barn. Still kind of weighing the options. But we talked about this stuff on the live stream, and it was a pretty good conversation, pretty good back and forth. So I wanted to just give those updates here in a little video as I put together more bundles for the roadside stand. And I wanted to also start picking your brain to leave down in the comments some names of trees. Like if a tree were to be a character in a movie, a book, a cartoon, or somewhere, if the tree was a character, what would be its name? Like names of trees as characters. Let me know down in the comments.